I need you to disconnect him. Otherwise I can't join him. Maybe I'll stream my parsec so you can look. Who knows?
Decided wait.
Pretty good hand.
Patsu.
Atsu!
Ichi Patsu all simples. Waka. Cliffhanger as well. No way.
Not the best way,
Please
but
drop east. Someone, please. Can't flush.
you know it's possible to be waiting for a tile but have all of them in your hand.
You know, I'm realizing that playing music as I set up the stream doesn't really work if I don't deafen.
Amazing.
I mean, I like the music.
Yeah, no, it's a very good song.
Good.
Okay.
Wait, just a minute.
Wow, I have access to Dobi's entire Steam library.
Wow. Please don't talk about the porn games that I got sent as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
And that Steam crashed when I tried to decline.
Sure.
It's actually not entirely a lie. That did happen for at least one of them. I like the part where this isn't full screen by default.
It's like a game.
Connected.
Yep. I thought I... Okay.
You did not.
I clicked the button and it didn't open Parsec, so I forgot to like... Then did Parsec crash? God damn it. Why? It did this for Rivals also. Okay, I'm just editing the DM. So I don't have to like DM people a second time. Amps is edited. Fred's is edited. Neon's is edited. Apparently I never DM'd Emma. Emma, are you playing? Are you coming or no?
No.
Okay.
She's watching from the side.
Okay. Is she watching through your Parsec through my Parsec?
No, that's not allowed.
Okay.
Parsec doesn't allow it.
Alright, well if you wanna hang out and have it open in the background and then decide you do want to voice someone, that is completely fair.
I'll just stream my own Parsec.
Don't have permission.
Try again.
The connection is unreliable or the other computer has crashed.
The link should have changed. Okay, there's Amp.
And then
Still not working.
I see things.
Oh,
streaming in
Neon's
person.
link did not change, that's why.
Yeah, I'll
Okay, try now.
Oh, it's being funny. Is this
Okay.
streaming proper in?
I see your Discord, dude.
Is it stream or Discord? Stream or when? Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just capture.
Oh, and I'm not even doing the right scene. I'm very professional, as you can tell.
Oh, Discord didn't like that. Let's try this again.
Is it showing the right thing?
Discord, please.
There we go.
Hmm.
Okay.
Let me try something real quick.
I'm giving amp keyboard and mouse.
Yes.
Okay. Hello to the stream. We are playing Great Ace Attorney, and we will be doing fan dub and shit. Amp hijacked the mouse, so one of the options again.
By the way, as long as you touch your mouse, Dobie will have 0 priority to his. It's not as shared as you might think. It gives priority to the guests. And I
Am I allowed to adjust the options?
What up? Let me know if you want it, and I can slide you in. You have executive privileges. Otherwise, just let me know how shit sounds.
I mean, whatever.
If no one's gonna stop me, I'm going to.
Actually, one sec.
So
There,
it is
that's what I want.
It's just a stream of seconds.
Okay, I do need 2 more seconds. Do not touch mouse, please.
Yeah, for some reason, Discord is refusing to stream like seconds for me. I just got around it by streaming my first screen instead.
Life is indeed pain.
Oh.
In response to chat. Let me... I can do a thing, hang on. Well, whatever. I can theoretically put chat over the game. It wouldn't be like a huge deal, but also,
Whatever you want.
Put on the top right corner should cover anything important.
Oh, tremendous here. What up? I haven't even tweeted stuff out. Okay. So I do this. Then I do... It's not launched. Yeah, right place, right time. It's definitely installed. I know it is. Okay, not with it for now.
Yeah. I guess I won't know what chat's talking about.
You can just open it on your own. Why isn't it? Whatever, I'll run the setup. I'm being told Discord can go up, but that means toning everything else down.
I can, like... I already wish the game was louder.
Can you not tone Polysec up? Is it...
Oh, let me try this.
Yeah, mine's plenty good volume.
Because I can barely hear.
That's strange.
We are sharing the mouse, I cannot do anything, please hold. Bro, this game, does this game not have, like, sliders?
Yeah, it seems to just be on off.
That's crazy.
Omega low Japanese port.
Well, this isn't even a Steam port. This game released on Steam.
Yeah, they'll cancel the port.
I guess.
That's the literal definition of ports, sir.
Yeah, no, but it's more often used for, like, whatever.
No.
Never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Ports
I
are
don't
used
want to
for-
get into this.
The official definition is just a game released
Yes.
officially on another console.
But
that
when
then
we refer to
later
Steam
came out of
ports,
PC.
when we refer to Steam ports, this specific instance is not what we refer to.
And then it gets ported to, well, if they're not fucking stupid, it gets ported to Steam, aka PC.
Yep.
There are no other platform is relevant. I don't care.
Okay.
But what about Epic Games?
No. Anyways, it's the copy paste as Steam anyway, so like I said, when reference to the just reference.
Think,
No, does stuff sound better?
GOG has some exclusive releases of Resident Evil 1
Why do I have
too, I think.
2 instances of Polysec open?
But yeah, they don't need to change anything when releasing from one PC platform to the other. Well, specifically for clients. Or excluding like Mac and Linux and all the different things. Anyways, only get both Japanese sports. As always, clunky.
Where did you go? I can't. Alright. And we can just like readjust that as we need. Or like move it. Okay. Amp and Fred are quiet, is what I'm told.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have them both at 200%.
I'm gonna keep talking so we can test that.
That's just how I am. Can't speak louder.
Yeah.
Ego.
So like, you can't hear me at all? Or am I just quiet?
I think it's quiet. I
Could
can
be an
turn my mic down, and I've turned the game down. That's about the best I'll be able to do.
Volume mixing is such a pain.
I don't really care about doing content creation or anything that much right now. But if I was to mess with it again, I definitely just want to hire someone to do it for me every single time.
Yeah.
And then never have to think about it. That's about where I'm at.
The more each time we talk about content creation, you'd want to do more and less of it. Hey, bro, just are you sure you want to go do this, bro?
I mean,
audio mixing is kind of hard.
I know, but it's like, doesn't want to take care of his community, doesn't want to audio mix, barely wants to
yeah, why
edit,
do you think,
bro,
like, I barely care about doing shit anymore?
like, bro, gotta put some effort if you do indeed want to go do it.
Alright, what do we need to do? What are we waiting on right now?
We could theoretically start whenever I'm just quitting stream.
Who are the other people? Are there more people?
It's us plus Roman. Roman will be here in like the next 15 minutes. He said we can start without him.
That's fine. I would like to start soon.
Yes, I'm aware. You are like the cutoff for ending sessions.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, for this one, I can't cheat on puzzles. I haven't played that new one. I didn't play any of the spin-offs.
I will be doing all the puzzles, I assume.
It's fine. I'm
So,
I'm allowed to be on the thinking.
I'm
side.
okay with anyone that is not blind contributing as much as you want. Which, for this game, is just me.
Yeah, we're the only one that's played this.
So Dobby, don't spoil me. No, I'm just kidding.
The killer. It's him.
Okay. Yeah, just run it. I have a character I want in the first case. And I have a character I want Fred on, but otherwise we can just do shit.
A
However.
push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation. The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
I really enjoy how even though the characters in this game are Japanese, they all have English accents.
God, this one had a full ass intro. I didn't know it.
This is a 3DS game, it can afford to have an intro.
But for
True.
one man,
They got
the
budgets.
turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
It's been murdered.
They made this game, gave it like animated cutscenes and voice acting, and then never made another game.
Okay.
It's not actually true, but it might as well be. Especially if we don't live in Japan.
22nd of November, 8:43 a.m.
God, this is gonna be amp.
The Supreme Court of Judicature.
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 Yes.
Defend antechamber.
Oh.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just going with it. Amp, it's like Z to progress, I think.
Yep, it is.
And this should be you.
I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate?
Who wants random guard?
I told my parsec is significantly.
Random cards. The bailiff.
The bailiff. What'd you say, Fab?
What?
Hold on a minute.
Oh, no, nothing.
Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. I fixed my parsec.
Save your glares, murderer.
Sorry. My name is Rinosuke Naruhodo. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial.
I think that's me, hang on. That's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer.
And who are you?
I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today.
Lawyer.
Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue.
Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet.
And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right, Leonosuke?
Oh, yes, of course, sorry.
It's flowing so majestically. Spend.
Wow.
I love this character. What are you apologizing to me for?
Oh, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm so sorry.
There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by a student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you?
Of course not. Come on, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high.
You mean...
I believe you. I know you're innocent, Uenosuke.
Kasuma Osogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University. But he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer, impressive considering he's still an undergraduate.
It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyway.
That's a concern.
My qualifications don't mean much. Yet.
You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But
Also,
I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kasuma.
for
Truly.
this game is like old in Japan. And like the borders just opened, so yeah.
So concerning.
Yes.
Yes, that's when all this started.
That's fine.
Congratulations, Kazuma. It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last.
I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court.
So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his team.
I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tailing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together.
Oh, if only it were that simple.
Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later then. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner.
Yeehaw.
Eyeball.
It was straight after that. That's when it happened.
Who is this?
I don't know. I think it's... If it's who I think it is, okay, yeah. Not a super important character for now. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Who wants some?
I'll grab him. Well, this curse has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Sugi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
Oh, fuck, hang on. To His Excellency's chambers? Why?
He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures to this result.
Who's this guy? I feel as though I've seen him at a university before.
I see. I'll go at once then. Major character, but not for this case. Who wants her? I was hoping to give her to Emma.
So she's gone.
I don't know if I can do this voice.
I'll let go for now, I guess. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yes, thanks, Kazumi.
It's Japanese now.
Dare.
Ellipses.
Ah, this is so awkward.
If I may,
Yes, sorry?
you must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Yujin Bikotowa. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yuma University. I will be updating everything.
Miko Toba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad.
Astoria has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, you should know.
Know what?
Well, as you've no doubt heard, Astoria has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if we should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. And he'll be granted guilty of being British.
Not that, anything but that.
What?
As is expected, you weren't aware of his Britishness. I had a feeling, so he may have chosen not to tell you.
He must become British in his place.
He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing?
The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants to oversee study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances.
I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear! I'm not a murderer!
I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial.
Sorry? What do you mean?
You'll soon understand, once proceedings gets underway.
But then what should I do?
Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to conviction.
Right, so...
As soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the audience. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do! Yes, I will marry him!
Yes.
I
Same
do?
joke. Same brain cell.
But what will the question be? Surely not... Do you accept the accusations brought before you?
Of course not. You will be accused of being gay. Happy Pride Month.
Hard month ended though.
Fortunately for you, it's over. No!
This praise got left in the mail. This congratulations.
Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once.
It would seem more soon. Surreptitious discussion not to be cut short. What the fuck's that?
Surreptitious, I think?
Surreptitious? Yeah, that's probably better. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours.
Still the bailiff.
Bailiff-chan.
What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? You have until I finish this bagel to get your butt in there.
This is it. If this trial goes south, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over, and what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder.
Not murder. Not in my Ace Attorney game.
With absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny.
So many protagonists of the Ace Attorney series get fucking accused of murder.
Interestingly,
slash assistants and other.
yeah, assistance is the big one. This is the
Yeah.
only time where like the main character of the game is accused. It's not entirely true, I guess. It's
Yeah,
one of
most
two
of it.
times.
Or I should precisely, the good guys. Oh.
So this is a courtroom.
The eyes. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power.
I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms out there.
The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial.
A secret trial?
A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why?
It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, Uyanosuke. It's about to begin. Who wants the judge?
My magnificent beard.
If it's relevant, this judge is, like, not exclusive to this one case, but he's only a judge for this case.
Oh. I'm guessing I lost my character, right?
No, your character hasn't been introduced yet. So, like, honestly, go for it, considering it's fucking 4 of us.
Unless Neon wants it.
If you want it more than me, because
Nah, I'm
just,
neutral. I'm neutral.
I'm also neutral.
Yeah.
Damn.
Whoever doesn't take Judge probably takes Pain.
Is that good or bad?
Is that the bald guy?
Pain, yeah, Pain is like annoying old man.
Usually cross like
I mean, I would take him also, but I'm already Asogi.
Annoying old man sounds fun.
Okay,
Okay.
go for it.
Right. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
That's him.
Prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Interestingly, the judges, despite being insanely relevant, are never actually that relevant. As is the defense.
Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself.
Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days before the trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial?
This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I do.
All this time for inner monologue.
I want to
In like the heat of the
All
moment.
the time.
Ebola time.
Yeah,
Do I need
but
to click?
it's still slowly zooming in. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense.
Yes. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst?
I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself.
Nani?
Nani? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke?
Professor Mikotoba told me everything, just now, before the trial.
He did what?
He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose.
How sad. It means you don't have faith in me.
Damn.
You think I won't be able to get you off.
No, it's not that, really.
I knew about that line, so I made sure to, like,
It's
emphasize
just
it.
that, well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you...
Yes. My best friend doesn't think I can get him off. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in.
Flams. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
If it's relevant to you, Neon, he has a very high-pitched voice. Otherwise, do whatever.
There was something I was going to do for him, but I forgot.
Sad
Okay.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Renouncing his own counsel, really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san?
Naruhodo. Hmm?
Please hold, Parsec died again.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
Okay,
I'm glad I waltzed into a technical difficulty.
what, it did this, like, when I was streaming Rivals last week, but it only did it once. So I don't know why it's like already done it twice.
Listen, Phoenix Wright is just a very intense game. You need really high PC specs for it.
Who's Phoenix Wright? I only know Unos Genoro though.
It could be anybody.
Are we connected correctly?
Yep. Fred's in.
Should I disconnect?
Yeah, we have to.
Oh, do you not disconnect already?
Yeah, disconnect, reconnect.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, hang on. Yeah, I have 3 instances of POSEC running for some reason. Like on my thing.
That's not good.
So I'm
That's very
gonna
interesting.
quit out of all of them one by one.
Okay.
It's like trying to disarm a bomb.
Yeah.
Just to win the percentage.
Which one of you is the real Parsec?
If only it was actually that simple. Okay. I'm.
Well, while you're fixing technical difficulties, I'm gonna grab some pizza.
Okay.
Pizza.
Yeah, Fred. Like on the toolbar, you see there's 3 of them, right?
Mhm. Yes.
But I can't. Like I can right click this. I can't do anything with this. Or with this.
That's the real one.
So like this is the real one, but I can't do shit with the others.
Have to go in the task manager.
Yeah. About that. There's only one.
Click on it. Interesting.
If you want to just
Yeah, there's also
restart, just kill the main one.
Okay. That didn't kick you
Wow.
out.
Why am I still here?
That didn't kick you out.
Just the software.
So that wasn't the main one. There we go.
That's the
My toolbar still has 3 open, but they're all the fake ones. So I think- What's up?
Restarting it fully might help the parser.
Well, I can't. Oh no,
Yeah, those might just be windows open.
no, there's 4 now. So hopefully this isn't a recurring thing, and we can go from there. Okay. Romans has been edited. Amps has been edited. Fred's has been edited. I could have just fucking sent you ones. Fuck it.
Don't need to send me out here.
Yeah.
Because I have you in my friends list.
Adding someone as a friend might be worth doing if you could fucking. I mean, I guess in this instance it is.
Yeah, I'm just
If
connecting
if I could like, I've got like friends can join active sessions without having to be approved. Like I would love that.
there's a lot of reasons why Parsec will never do that.
Yeah, it'd just be nice. Or let me like create a link that doesn't need to be approved.
Too big of a security issue. That's why they're never doing it.
I guess.
Like,
No way, Neon join.
they can't expose themselves to massive security breaches because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got the. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the blue text.
Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all.
Then you're back in control.
In fact, my mind's a complete blank.
I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetuated a most heinous crime indeed.
I love the voice.
Slam. As you're no doubt aware, it is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present.
Sure.
Do I make myself clear, Defendant Noluhodo?
Yes. Your Excellency.
It is therefore my duty to access your competence for the task you have undertaken.
My competence? What does that mean?
He's questioning your ability to do the job.
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am.
So, let's start with the very simplest of questions.
Oh, yes.
Kindly state before the court the name of the victim, in this case.
The man I
Oh,
killed.
that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I can remember. But, wait. I have amnesia. Oh, I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again?
Uyanosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank?
You know me so well.
All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
But I can't even find that.
You're not pressing the right buttons. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of E. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there.
E? I just have to press E for the court record. Or whatever
Text
that
prompt
means.
updated. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z to go back.
Okay, so we have, my defendant.
Bailiff, what does he mean by E and Z? What?
We got
I'm a
this
defensive
guy,
team. I'm good at pressing buttons.
this guy, the prosecutor,
Legally distinct name?
John H. Wilson.
Wilson? No!
Wilson!
Somehow Sholmes isn't the first legally distinct name we run into. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. Now, you better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press R to present. Try it now.
Yes!
Yes.
The victim's name was
Hang on.
Dr. John H. Wilson.
You want to join pause real quick?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Let me try that new link you gave me. Yeah, give me 1 sec.
You got stream open. Or someone does. Oh, Tyler's here. Tyler, did you change your mind?
I'll test the waters.
Alright, sick. Sending you Polysec link also. This is just me streaming.
Prosecutor.
Okay, I'm in now.
Just waiting for me.
This is chat.
I was just waiting for people to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Communicate.
this is just chat. We can move it around as we need to.
Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
And we're going to click back onto the game. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yuma University 3 years ago.
Indeed! Which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire
Dear God.
is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
Also, we'll throw you to the first two witnesses we get. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. What?
And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
But it wasn't me.
He's British, I thought. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for speedy resolution to this matter.
In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers.
Those damn Brits.
And you're the convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime.
So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman.
Fucking weeaboos.
Yes.
Dr. Wilson was but nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. Fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime.
Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going. For the second time now.
Alright, I'll see you later again. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer.
Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. Have I said this before?
Yes.
I'm joking.
Are we stuck in a time loop?
See you in English class tomorrow then, partner.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. I don't think. Right?
No, yeah, the ellipses is him trying to think.
I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from
Make it smaller also that we should get
Smaller?
slightly.
Smaller.
Yes, good enough.
Click.
I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello.
Surely this won't lead to any unforeseen circumstances.
I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson.
No lines for the dead man.
Slam. No, then. Let me pose my question to you, Defendant Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Excellency. Yes, Your Excellency.
How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death.
Yeah. Well, obviously, that was,
Amnesia. Ryunosuke. Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence.
by evidence? But how?
Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Is it the university collar pen?
Amazing.
It's gotta be this postmortem report.
You can hit space and like examine it in more detail as well.
Oral ballistic trauma. No excellent.
Shot in the tit.
Yes.
Well... hold on, let me check these notes. According to this document, the victim suffered, let's see, what was it? Hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma?
Nailed it.
You're to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Sorry, yes, that's right. The, post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested any of this later. It's not gonna be a quiz, right?
This is the quiz.
I hate to break it to you.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Thank you, Consul. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record.
Photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. Well, that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible.
Twitch chat can't see the chat while moving around back and forth because it keeps blocking shit.
I wonder if bottom left would be low-key better.
Yeah.
We didn't think this
Stop being way
through.
Smaller.
I said something. Let's start the trial.
I mean, we can just...
That's fine.
History.
Nothing. That's fine. Nothing of importance was said.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Ugh, this is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotobi?
Yes. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course. He was speaking with me before. He simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in trouble.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazumi.
Well, my first piece of advice is, rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
If you rein in that crazy headband and control the cold stairs first.
How's it still flowing?
Turn that fan off.
Okay, I wanted Roman on this character, so that works out great.
Okay.
Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I'm the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. There's nothing wrong with me.
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Catch up, I assure you.
It's a magic trick I'm working on. I'm not very good at it yet. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me.
well, it really should.
Also, if that's the first witness, there might only be 2 witnesses in this case, so I might just have Tyler take over the judge.
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed by foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests.
Like right now?
This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants. What the heck is that?
Occidental, I don't fucking know.
An Occidental eatery 3 days ago.
So, is it like right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
because, well, I mean,
Nah.
it might as
Switch
well.
files. Yeah.
Okay. Understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
My voice changed.
At once, sir.
So, Judge, your balls dropped.
Man.
Would you like to have them back?
I found them once again.
And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Oh, perspirating maybe, but aspiring?
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out. So I hurried to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes, it was.
That was me.
Hold on. Yes! Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But
Next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruhodo. You bitch.
Yeah. Don't worry, bitch. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Just as my headband flows, so too must you.
Where is
If I
this
may
draft coming
confirm-
from?
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today?
Yes, without question.
Well, what a dumbass.
What kind of loser picks up a gun that he just found?
And
Next to a
apart from the
horse.
accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
And you're sure about that?
wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around that table?
What's the matter, Uyanosuke?
That's just not right. I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello. There was a woman sitting opposite him at the table,
Really?
and that's not something that the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting. What should I do? I should interject.
It would seem the bitch title was accurate.
I just really wanted to say something, but I was told not to interject.
Uyanosuke. If your parents If your parents tell you to study, you're that kind of man who would diligently get to work on you.
I suppose I am. I never have gotten to Yuma University otherwise.
But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty.
Alright, you've scared me. I won't forget that piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it.
Yes!
Yes! Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Dear me, dear me. What are we going to do with this little bitch dumbass? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But I'm sure of what I saw.
Hosonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. You know, for no reason. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Judge!
Mr. Judge.
Judge!
Let me see. My glasses have deceived me. A sketch of the establishment's layout, drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation.
Interesting.
However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter.
Thank you, sir.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Something certainly seems to have shaken him. He's dying.
Someone call an
The
ambulance.
virus is accelerating.
Yes.
Soon I will transform.
It's
Oh
overflowing.
my god.
The business cards for his meds.
So, the court has now heard the process of this case.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo.
Yes, Your Excellency.
If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. What say you?
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense. The defense-a. The def-f-f. If you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has
Please speak Japanese, not English.
You have something in your throat? Clear it out at once.
Excuse me. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do, Kazumi?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual, about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor. Mikoto has said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm just scared of what lies ahead if I keep pushing this.
As I said from the outset, I believe you innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? You really don't think I can get you off? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Uyanosuke.
No.
The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is.
He did the thing.
He did the thing.
Boy.
He did the
He
thing.
is the main character, of course
He
he
did the
did.
thing. Oh my gosh, he did the thing.
Judge.
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 Judge. Judge.
Indeed.
He's trying really hard to not focus on what's happening underneath the chair.
Should have spun out of the fucking soundboard.
Hold on. Prosecutor Ouchie,
Ouchie.
get hurt.
Ouch.
Please continue with proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be your devil when I want to be,
He thinks he's
but
so
also
sick
your
for that.
angel.
He thinks he's so sick for that line.
In a few short moments from now,
Should I turn on the AC?
that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever.
He wouldn't need the fan if Asogi would stop hogging the AC for his headband.
The 12 industrial fans that he has in front of him at all
See,
times.
the fan, he's like creating the airflow in the room. The prosecution calls its next witnesses.
Very well. Officer, bring forth the witnesses at once.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Fred, none of these are you. So just to have fun, pick your pick. You and whoever. I forgot about these guys.
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Who wants
Listen, I don't mind taking one, Fred. Do you want the old man or this guy?
Either or, really.
I'll take the old man.
Hold on, Yes, sir! The great Nippon Imperial Army Surgeon. Aya-san knows I reported for duty, sir.
Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the fluorescence of our nation, Nippon. And conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Curio Karakuta, at your service.
Fantastic.
An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question.
They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned.
Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always past post noon, and not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
Can't understand a word the old man's saying.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that surgeon looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war crimes, sir. It was a black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm. I mean his, sir.
It's impossible to understand as the other. I'm sure I heard a strange noise during that blasting.
It wasn't a war crimes.
So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start.
Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Sir, yes, sir. Sending by ready to report, sir. Don't worry about this baby in my pants.
That's quite a baby. Unsavory memories of a most baby acerbic afternoon.
It's been an hour and we finally made it to gameplay.
Thank God we can play the game.
You could finish like the first case in the series twice in this amount of time.
I was ingesting regulation beefsteak at a restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Yes. Myself, me, and I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, bang! I heard it. Ignore the baby. I merely observed the enemy's action with my own eyes. That black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian. Like this, bang! Gunshot. And from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
I was on my hands and knees for no particular reason, of course. Investigating whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. Baby noise. That Wood University cadet, sir. The cruel and formidable. Holy shit, it's gonna say.
It's pretty good. I like this. Quite an antique. Let me put this away.
That old man is a fucking mall ninja.
What times we live in. Living in ceilings and underneath baseboards and... anyway, when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day...
But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Ionosuke?
Yes, of course. All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I'd finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up,
I shot him.
bang!
Shot him?
Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And someone needs to witness his testimonies. There's a clue as to who that criminal was.
Yes.
There is?
Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Cross-examine?
Do it now. Go home.
But how?
Ouch.
Okay. As we
Ouchie.
have heard, Your Excellency. Yes, my name is Ouchie. There is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
And how did that make you feel?
It felt like an ouchie.
It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly. The testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the...
Wait,
Oh,
objection.
You
How
interrupted
dare
me.
you interrupt me? What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst?
I am, I mean, the defense demands its right to cross-examination.
Cross-examination? What's that?
Dear me, dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. He
does
really
have
is
all the
getting you off.
fans.
How did he know?
Huh? How does he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection.
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Wow, that Zoom is so commanding.
So hot.
Oh my
Very well.
His headband flows so smoothly.
His cock is huge.
William Gay told me I think I'm in love.
Let the let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. But if I hear you interrupt me again, you'll be under this podium.
I'll get right onto that podium if I need to, so. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
You mashed the press button.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means that what that soldier has said has to be a lie.
Well, yeah, but...
It's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence.
Right, evidence.
All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now, let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you.
Alright then. It's all or nothing.
It's such a pitiful slap.
Such a wet slap.
Yes. Okay, let me just take
Consider
out,
regulation.
You
let me just take out my knife again real quick.
I was eating a bake restaurant.
We don't need to.
We don't need to repeat these, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
yeah. If you press, it's new lines, but like this is statement already given.
Yes,
Okay,
my
so
green
do you know how
belly says...
Ace Attorney gameplay works?
Let me see, do I have any more to cut? Myself, I was extolling the virtue.
Rewind.
I was suggesting your baby at the restaurant. Well, every time
oh, I see. So I want to,
Hang on.
mash press button on all of them. That wasn't a joke.
Okay, that's not. Hang on. Stop it.
like, I don't have anything against either of these statements.
There's 5 statements.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues
You
of
don't
a
need to
particularly
That's funny.
golden curio to the military gentleman, yes.
Is it? Hang on,
I was
the other
suggesting your
keys?
baby.
Left with right click.
How do I go to the next statement?
Go right,
Myself,
go right,
I
go right.
was extolling the
Slam! Ow! Gun! I can make gun noises in my mouth. Here, this is
Okay,
totally not the important
just go on.
statement.
This is the one. There's something wrong with this statement.
The first step is always to press the press button.
Yes.
Yeah, that works too. It's fair. It was pretty.
There will be a dedicated press tutorial later.
We're speed running.
It's fine.
He doesn't like
it's,
flavor text.
It's pretty obvious.
Die.
What are you playing at, Cadet? What does it mean of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic prints in my mustache.
The only thrusting in my court is underneath the podium.
Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes.
Slap.
There's a clear inconsistency here.
Ouch, ouch.
What nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, wait, why did I present this? What was I doing?
ADHD be like.
Yeah.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an immature student here in this grand courtroom.
Yes, Algie. Where does it hurt?
This is so frustrating.
Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain.
It was very plain.
To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Yeah.
Are you a dwarf? Look at that pose.
Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about?
It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here within the sergeant's statement.
What?
Sergeant E.S. Inosa.
Yes, sir. What? Sir.
The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Do you have to include that last part?
Yes, it's important.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own middle grade eyes, sir. He hit him with a back shot.
Yes!
Yes. But no. That just can't be.
And why not, Cadet? What do you have against back shots?
Because, you know.
Are you incapable of backshots?
Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest.
Huh, and not from a backshot.
Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
Who is it?
Don't look at this baby.
Huzzah, Roman gets killed now.
What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again.
Certainly. There's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa?
At this point, I think Roman
Ellipsis.
should be the judge.
Yeah,
Give us something to
yes,
do.
sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were on the baby. Firmly fixed on the delicious like undefined steak, sir.
WHAT question mark exclamation point interrobang?
Interrobang?
The last testimony of the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Damn.
Oh shit. Kenny.
There's a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial. Just from that one.
I've been destroyed verbally.
A complete what?
It's gonna leave an ouchie in the morning.
Want.
This is what being an ace attorney. An ace attorney is
That'll
also.
top.
I wonder where I've heard that before.
He said we can go home now.
But I definitely saw him.
Roll credits.
Universe, get it there. He was pointing the fire directly at my baby.
Yes! Yes, I was.
Yeah.
He's quite annoying.
Never
All babies
shot
need to be
the
killed.
It's
All I did
true.
was pick up the floor.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. What here? What fine detail. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor, on my hands and knees, inspecting this grand antique.
I'm busy on the floor. Sorry, what the heck were you doing?
Why, hunting for treasure, of course.
Treasure?
Do you have some over there? Indeed, the Hoy Era Koban, my prized coin. Do you have it? On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoy treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. It was in my pants, really, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for sorry about that, for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
The Koban vanished.
Right before my eyes. I was hunting around under the table. It was in case mayhap it had fallen there. Oh, and then it happened. Kababooey!
You heard the gunshot, you mean?
Indeed I did. Was it not obvious from the noise I made? For I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoy treasure. Nothing could distract me.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
Well, no.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoy Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous, unstuck, monumental bastard scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
Not me, Dobby. Never me.
As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgiving to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Ouchie Ouchie Bum Bum?
See, really not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. A woo!
That guy's cringy as fuck.
You all hear that?
No, I'm not. You're cringe. Anyway, my witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Yunosuke Naruhodo.
What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he?
You're too late, Ouchie. I've drawn you as the virgin and me as the Ched.
Who I've drawn you as the
Order in the court. Order in the
the
court.
cringe, and me as the Chad, and you as the soy jack.
Also, Ouchie, he drew me as Iroh.
Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning, and I mean every reasoning, behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? Yeah, as clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signal from the baby, sir.
Is that a baby?
No.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder.
Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up to the ranks, sir. Name, Ido. He's a baby.
It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Want want.
Ido. Tension. The father is about to call me. Watch and learn, my boy. Watch and blow this. For this man has taken all of the fans of his bandana.
Man, that fan would really make my bandana flow nicely. Also, I've come to the sad realization that we're probably not going to finish the fucking tutorial case today.
Nah.
Even if what I saw wasn't a precise moment if I was discharged, it's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man. He was that young lad in black. That much. Hold on, I have to rub my eyes. That much I myself did see.
Furthermore, the visual search of the premise at the time confirmed that we were the only person present, including the baby.
Indeed, the baby. I mean, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Definitely with a baby. Without a baby.
Therefore, but only the black uniform cannon could have dispatched the Britishman. Over and out.
Old man picking off, like, petals on a flower. It was the baby. It wasn't.
Yes!
It wasn't.
Wait, that's nonsense.
It's not.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Ouchie.
Please. Enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. I saw a woman. You must have
haunted.
seen her.
Get back to the ship.
There was a
Everyone
time
there
I
must
saw a
have
woman.
seen her.
I only see my wife.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. Accordingly, if you will. We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Chat, boo this man.
No, +2 me. It is evidence beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel? That steak
Steak.
looks delicious.
Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. I got to finish the steak, by the way. It was indeed very delicious. And as you can plainly see, as can plainly be seen, there's only one place set.
Yes. Certainly. Based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
Any sense? Who goes to a fancy restaurant by themselves?
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record.
Photographic print? I don't understand. What's going on here? It's not possible that no one else saw that one.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
But that's not true. I saw her. I swear I'm not schizophrenic.
I think he's schizophrenic.
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Auchi, would have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor.
Face ass.
How can this be happening to me? The judge is ready to rule.
Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. For until my headband stops flowing, I believe in you.
Where's that draft coming from?
If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it. To draw out the truth, like I draw out my katana, in your cross-examination.
Sorry, Golden Core.
I don't know, Kazuma. Help me, please.
I can't
The
hold
defense
you,
is
Ryunosuke.
entitled.
I'm holding my katana.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
The defense is entitled.
You are entitled.
Rules can be so unbending at times.
I clicked off, click back
On
in.
gameplay?
Gameplay!
Gameplay.
Can you not, like, ZX to go forward and back?
I don't see that. Am I missing like a...
I mean, I tried checking that already. I would just think, like, Z was all ready to select, so I would imagine at the very least Z would take you forward.
Okay, we tried that.
He's pointing his gun at the front, man. He was...
Oh, I'm just spamming Z right now.
Have you tried the arrow keys? What about the arrow keys?
Video games.
I tried
think
arrow keys.
Hey,
Oh yeah, okay, you just use A and D. Wazda.
Arrow keys.
The
The arrow keys on the left.
And the baby behind him is about to be spared.
It's time to mash the press button.
I don't see any discrepancies.
Yeah, so there's another mechanic where you can press statements to get more info.
Okay.
I don't know what I said, so let's pretend that's what I said.
I don't know how to play the game.
What's the matter?
I can't find anything. I don't see any clear discrepancies anywhere. I'm done for. I'll never win this trial. No. 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 No.
It's not Katano, it's Katana. Now let's keep going.
Bailiff, draw this man as a soy jack.
I'm on it.
Listen, the first thing to do is calm down. You can't expect witness statements to be full of holes every time. So just take your time and try to tease more information out of them first.
Here's me.
What do you mean, tease?
Start by taking off your jacket.
Huh?
You can choose to either press or present against each of the witness statements. If a witness is saying something you're suspicious about, press him on it with Q. With a little luck, you may get more details, which could prove to be crucial.
Right, I see now.
The important point is, there's no sense in holding back.
I should just spam press.
If anything even slightly jars with you, press the witness on it and press them hard.
And don't forget to barrel roll, press Z or R twice.
I'll press them just like blocks of tofu.
Okay.
Professor wasn't alone the rest of them, I'm sure. One way or another, this cross-examination is going to prove that I'm right and everyone else is wrong. It's time to press them for all they're worth. My fate depends on it.
Yeah, unless otherwise specified, the only downside to pressing is having to potentially read dialogue a second time.
Yes! Gun goes foul.
No, it's not. For a start, I didn't fire that gun.
We have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of an informed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. And my baby.
I don't think so.
Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. In that moment, you were already dead 10 times.
Huh? Did you?
Did you see it? Did you see me blink?
How could I?
Want to see me do it again? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. Even though you can't see anything behind my glasses. So there you have it.
The courts in Japan are so high and mighty.
What?
Agent! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears at the very next moment. Bang! You were holding a gun, shooting at everyone that was from British descendancy.
I think this says it all, don't you?
Grr. Ouchie.
Ouch, ouch.
Oh, sorry. And let us not forget that the antiques dealer witnessed the accused in this most incriminating position as well.
Oh?
Isn't that so, KK-san?
Like slide.
Yes,
No relation.
yeah, paper. I had to be pointing his gun at the man, just to say, young man there.
Pressing.
What?
Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at that point in time. But I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor.
Well, obviously, as the culprit, it's the only way you could explain it away.
I had just finished drinking my coffee and was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so of course I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang.
You're so good at making gunshot noises.
Gunshot rang in my ears.
We're full of events. Beyond our control, life is.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Oh, nothing at all. You just found a pistol on the floor and picked it up with. Wow, I like this knife. Ooh, yes, very shiny. Which, anyway, precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas, oh yes, I'm gonna shank somebody with this. Conversely, I failed to pick up the knife from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result.
Hey.
Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. Me. And you, with a pistol in your hand, standing over the British man.
Help me, he's pointing his knife at my baby.
Don't worry about
Yes,
that.
he is. Deal with it.
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady.
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of the so-called Woman.
Is that like the
Only
Loch
there
Ness
have been
monster?
more people. Then someone else would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened.
But
The quiet time between lunch and dinner at any restaurant.
I know, once the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect.
Certainly. 2 p.m. is neither here nor there nor anywhere in the universe. In terms of a time to eat. I myself eat at around 3 in the morning. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone.
For the record, I typically eat lunch around 3:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. And yes, Your Excellency,
Jesus fuck.
there was indeed a reason.
A valid time to eat.
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
And what is that, Counsel?
It's a medical report card, Your Excellency.
Oh, excuse you.
It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Not Hana.
Hota Clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question.
What the?
The 19th of November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident.
And around the time I eat breakfast.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case.
I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if it can be useful.
Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not? Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah, probably.
Graduated from bitch class.
Raised his hand.
If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
You've been promoted from gay bitch to mediocre bisexual.
To gay no bitch.
I congratulate you on your, amateurish promotion. But on what grounds?
Well, you see,
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Whether or not they're of concern is up for us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
Yes. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request to put this in evidence.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Wow.
It fit very well in modern America.
I believe
Officer.
youngsters have no rights.
Kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
You obtained information. I wonder what it does.
That's probably useless.
Yes.
What we need right now is new clues.
There's one.
We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you loud and clear.
Humph. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like. But it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, KK-san.
My porridge was a little cold this morning.
Well, you see, the woman is the person that brings this lady to the wall. The baby.
There was a baby, and then there's a coin on the floor, and then I saw a couple of gherkins on the table.
I think you can still examine that for more information as well.
Alright, how do I examine that?
Pull back up.
Okay.
Universe space.
Push R.
Don't.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's present. Just kidding. It's not important. Mash through. It's the default dialogue of "You got it wrong."
Yeah.
Oh, so this is just,
It should have more information than that.
Maybe it's not. No, you need to access your menu. Just the court records. That's what you need to do.
Oh.
You need to go to the court
Yeah.
records.
Hit E now. And then
Now
try
you
again.
should.
Can you not just fucking view the medical report? That's
Gaze upon it with thine eyes.
yeah.
No,
That's
no.
that's very weird.
Oh, you can't see that one specifically. That's weird. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can
Oh,
see.
they have a magnifying glass if you can examine it closer.
Yeah. Well, like again, like
I'm
there
surprised
should be
that
more
one
to
doesn't.
that.
I'm surprised that one doesn't have. Oh, go press the other statement, isn't it? Oh, that's funny. You can actually.
It's not uncommon for some cross examinations to just be press everything.
So this is nothing else, right? Yes.
For now.
For now.
Definitely. No, just keep pressing the rest.
You've pressed this.
Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. You've pressed this. You went backwards. You've pressed the first three statements.
Ha, bah, 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 ha, bah, bah.
Hey, hey, baby, hey, babe.
Ha, bah, baby, the baby.
I can press this.
Ha, bah, bah, bah.
You've pressed this already.
No,
Right, I'm mashing again.
no.
It's the same dialogue.
As I said, the only downside to pressing is potentially seeing the same thing twice.
Sing down.
You need a baby.
You have not pressed either of those statements. We read this. Oh, okay, it's different. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now.
We have. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes. I don't really see that that did anything at all, to be honest. But okay.
This is why you're an amateur and I have a sword. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. I'm not crazy! Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
That my tutorial game.
But how? I don't know how to examine things.
But how? There wasn't a magnifying glass. You'll notice that some pieces of evidence merely magnifying glass. And these are the ones.
Oh,
we
wow.
Potatoes, actually.
Game sucks. Press space and
Good.
take a closer look at the piece of evidence in question.
Good lord, this guy stinks!
Use the arrow keys to jump.
What?
Use the what?
To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles.
Why would I need to
Rotate.
rotate it? It's a freaking report card.
Don't worry about it.
Surely there'd be nothing incriminating on the back.
Yeah,
And
by
surely,
using WASDA.
surely this isn't foreshadowing.
It
I'm gonna be right back.
Clearly is not foreshadowing. I'll voice your characters for you while you're gone, don't worry.
all 12 of them.
You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate,
Bang.
it's time to climax. Press space to investigate
Oh,
further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use arrow keys, WASD, space.
So many
What is-
controls
what
for
is-
my visual novels.
What does all this stuff mean?
They just jump you into it. It's funny.
God, it has a dark side.
Oh, I forget pause seconds.
It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. I don't know if believe this or not, it's up to you.
Well, I can't imagine going to a doctor. I mean, as long as I'm alive, I'm never seeing a doctor.
Hashtag my protagonist. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So you don't like doctors then?
Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine, they give you painful injections, and it costs an arm and a leg. Exactly. They demand so much money from you for the privilege, all when you're at your lowest ebb.
Everything he says is the truth. You sound like a model patient. A
Laughs in
bad case of
Canadian.
stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is a very bitter medicine indeed. Examine it more carefully. What are you missing?
No.
Clinic. It says hot tub clinic. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeons.
Aren't they all the same?
When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And then I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. I'll never forgive it. I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life.
Most people would give their right arm to have only had one cold in their life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything.
Achieve on get.
For having thoroughly examined the medical report called it inside and out, even though you haven't found the thing.
I think I've thoroughly examined it. I have not.
He hasn't examined the inside.
Huzzah!
Fully examine it.
Though. Yeah,
He
he hasn't
found it.
examined. Yeah, he hasn't examined the inside though.
It's like nothing.
Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia.
Action of molar. You mean he had a tooth taken out?
It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthesia effects have passed. Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Not sure why, though.
The medical board of the
They can't drink or eat anything. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes.
So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely.
Baby discharged. The baby took the gun and discharged.
It's running gun and he discharged.
And there was only one.
Well, I should present it as proof that there must have been more people here.
Wrong button. Clap. Yes!
It wasn't there.
That statement contradicts the facts.
Okay.
That was a wrong
Wrong
one.
statement.
Where to use it?
Tried to press the arrow to.
Stop being
Yeah,
a Windows player.
No, you need the pro tip is always press everything then act. Furthermore, you've already pressed this one.
Yeah, we pressed this already. That's backwards. That's still
Why am I going backwards?
Just use WASDA.
That's
Just
right.
use A and D.
You shot him. You shot him. It's not the statement.
He was alone.
It's
All
just
by
backing up
himself.
what you just said. What's the difference?
Well, there is actually a difference. There is a very big difference.
Okay. I get it. Yeah, that's... Okay, I just didn't...
You should
I
press
understand
it.
the discrepancy. It's very not obvious, but I understand it.
We're not voice acting anymore.
Yes, definitely alone.
You haven't
not
read
under
this
the
yet.
table. That I did. Forgive me for the position I placed you in.
So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, no Oxford comma, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't
What is-
that interesting?
What is English coming to?
And let us not forget, ellipses, the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single delicious beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one, plus me.
Oh,
Can't wait till we find out it's been on the floor. The antique dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
if I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely zero clue.
Pew pew pow pow gun.
Pressing every statement's good practice, but you don't need to press anything more for this.
I still don't feel like anything has really changed. No discrepancies have come to light, and that's what we need.
Oh, I think the situation has changed a great deal. We've come a long way.
How so?
Because we have just what we need. It's simply a case of using it to our advantage now.
And do you mean there is a discrepancy somewhere?
The crucial point is, the victim had been prohibited from consuming anything but water when he was shot. that fact has not yet been brought to the court's attention.
He's right. Thinking about Dr. Wilson's circumstances at the time of the incident puts that particular statement in a totally different light.
Always keep your eye on the progress of the battle. That's the only sure way to win.
This statement is irrelevant.
My blessed, my beard is pretty long. My earlobes.
Baby. The baby.
And that baby is a baby.
I know the answer.
So,
We picked the great person to pilot the guy who has no idea what he's doing.
I honestly don't see what they want me to do here.
As the defense lawyer, I will explain it to you. So, what have we learned in the last 5 minutes?
So he wasn't supposed to eat anything because he
Okay.
had a tooth surgery. So it
Okay.
doesn't make sense for him to have been eating alone at the table, so it must be someone else.
Okay.
So like
You have the answer.
you could contest either of these, or even the last one, and just be like, it obviously wasn't me because of that.
No, because you're not proving it wasn't you. That's not what the point is right now.
Okay.
This is a visual novel. You have to go at its pace. You can't be
Alright.
thinking ahead.
So it could be either of these. If it's
What
like
do you
this one
okay.
and not this one, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, you've already tried the other one.
Yes, we might as well try that.
Also, like, when in doubt, just fucking save and try a bunch of things.
Yeah.
That is the Ace Attorney way.
So you know you're correct. on the easy stuff.
Well, I think
About what are you withering, lad? You call yourself a lawyer, you dimwit?
but first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Leonosuke. Everyone stumbles on the woods occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazumi.
I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, my heart skipped a beat. And you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say.
Yes.
Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
Alright. Thanks so much for all the advice.
And I wasn't lying when I said my heart skipped a beat.
Your
I'll
Honor,
see you after
he's
this,
full of
after this
shit.
trial. I'll get you off one way or another.
Horikuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim.
I see. And, hold on. I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up.
Dear me, dear me. Have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
Sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
but that's
Remember, Leonosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point.
Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. Take this soy jack away. This... What was he, upgraded to? Mediocre bisexual?
Very good.
A Ritz cracker?
A Ritz cracker, indeed. The witness testimonies the court have heard The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise.
You all know the defendant cannot be a witchcracker, he's Japanese.
This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that, ellipses, there is no one else besides this pale-faced son of a bitch.
Medical report card has nothing to do with the case? Do you really believe that?
Wait, that outburst half petrified me, boy.
Me boy.
Of course I believe it. How could it POSSIBLY be relevant?
Perhaps because Hata Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? I don't brush my teeth.
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted.
Oh, what's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating.
Just what are you trying to say, young boy? He had orders not to eat. So what?
Don't make me pull out my knife again.
It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? WHAT interrobang? No, that can't.
Kurakuta-san.
What, me boy? What?
As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No, he could have had porridge.
Additionally,
There's more.
you have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dying alone. But that cannot possibly be the case, because no one would ever disobey the doctor's orders.
The doctors.
Because the victim, as we now know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthesia.
Wow!
Expertly done. Pugna.
That's like the one order people not disobey though. If you try anything while your face is still frozen, that's shit doesn't
True.
work.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense, you little upstart goblin?
Objection, that last part was unnecessary.
Objection. I am cool making these kinds of jokes.
Plus 1,000 life points to Ouchie.
These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you?
I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned.
Oh,
Yes, man.
Oh, yes, good one.
+2.
Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke?
no? I mean, yes, of course, most definitely.
Oh, so having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Because no one's ever denied the doctor's orders. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in the fuck was eating the pictured beefsteak?
Such a waste.
The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel?
So, oh right, that's me. Okay, sorry.
Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start
Don't
of
fuck it up.
turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of.
Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been me. No.
Yeah.
No.
You did it, you got
An
it.
as yet unknown third party.
You were dating him all along?
Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
You succeeded the slap.
You will not let us go, will you? There was no such person, there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
There was, because I saw her.
Oh, the Queen of England?
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable.
What? Wait.
If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, I will use my sword and forge a logical complaint with the Ministry of Justice, and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly.
Kazuma. Oh my god.
Are you insane in the membrane? You would take on the government? I can't believe you actually are based.
Not worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you.
What do you mean?
I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What?
What are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury.
Oh no!
Probably I can't afford the kid. Then
And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing.
Complete. What? Come and murder.
Sheesh!
No!
look, the negative. Look at this. There's a person. This is a tactical meeting. I just have a log order. This.
Yeah, that's right. And as the man says, I was only listening. Yeah, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what. Oh shit.
It wasn't me. I didn't say it.
Oh, I seem to have forgotten my lunch back at home.
What?
I got to go.
What did you just say?
I forgot my lunchbox back at home. I gotta go.
You were just following orders?
Now, hold on, lad. I never said that. You ritzy cracker.
Say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
Objection!
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true? You too?
Yes, just one. Just one simple. Slip of the dog.
The headband still flows.
Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
And who's behind all this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
Well,
It
the
must be the baby.
Did the baby? It's one of my mustache.
So you're prepared
Just
to be
like
tried.
Ratatouille.
Yes. Yes. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
You wouldn't. It's just got better. You have a kid to raise.
I know a guy. Ryunosuke. Raise the baby for them. Judging from the way they're reacting to this,
Yes.
No.
Did you need something?
I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Mr. Ouchie Ouch had any idea about it.
What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So we need to name who it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
But how? How can we possibly?
Remember how we made progress before?
Before? What? What? No, what are you talking about?
We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember that.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. Also, real quick, Amp, what's your time check?
I would like to stop now.
Okay.
But you know the answer.
If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated,
Well, just hit G, and you can just like save.
Oh, I get it. It stands for G. Why would you push this button?
Yeah. And then we can just reload this next week.
or G is in gangster.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Fred,
all.
I'm sorry we didn't make it to the character.
I don't know.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Roman. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, Butler, what do you have to say about this?
I've been off screen for so long that I wrote a haiku.
We shouldn't have let Tyler take both characters. I didn't realize like how long that was gonna go. Because I completely forgot about those two guys until they showed up.
Those two guys.
Yeah, I think maybe Blue should have taken over the judge or something.
That's alright. I can do it next time.
Yeah, we can start with, well, I mean,
I shouldn't be late next time, alright?
yeah,
Listen.
that's not what I was gonna say. Hang on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll DM you.
Sure.
I expected us to take a while to set up anyway, so like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But hopefully next time we could start earlier.
It's surprising to me that like the tutorial case would go more than like an hour and a half, 2 hours, because there's still like at least a second half to this.
Yeah.
Not to
That's
say the
totally
case is
true,
like complicated or anything, but
Like I'm having to, like if I was playing the game, it would have went a lot faster because
of
I'm
course.
having to pause in between every statement.
and that's part of the point
Yeah,
of
true.
doing this as well. So it's not like that's a bad thing per se.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just explaining why it took longer than you expected to take.
No, I'm just meaning like the case in general is longer than say like the first case of the first game.
Oh, you're saying it's a long tutorial. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, the first case of the first game is very, very short.
Yes.
Like, you'd be cornering the kill already. Like, I think there's like 2 witnesses only, or some shit like that.
It's literally one witness. It's like
Alright,
2
it's one witness.
cross-examinations long.
Right, it's 1 witness and it's the killer.
Yeah.
And you already know it's the killer also.
Hmm.
It's one of the couple cases where they explicitly show you the killer, I believe.
Alright. It was fun.
Yeah,
I will be back next time, which I'm assuming is next week.
same
Yeah,
time.
next
probably.
Tuesday.
It's next
Hell
week.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I want to lean into it more, but the fact that it's going kind of late means I can't like go intense
can't
with
ham
my
it up.
characters. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
I
only
may
be so loud.
even next week. I may have to stop like 15 minutes to half an hour earlier than tonight.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
we can
it
start
I've got
earlier.
something.
I'll
I've got
start
like,
earlier,
a
so-
really early doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
That following Wednesday.
That's right.
Anyway, we'll like everything is just kind of like as it goes. So we'll
Yeah.
we'll see how things look next week. Hopefully, we can start earlier. I don't necessarily think like leaning into things too hard, Tyler, is that big of a deal. But also like it's just be aware that the more we lean into shit, the slower it goes as a result, which is completely fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me as well.
Yeah.
It's just more like I can't be like when they're like shouting, you know what I mean? Like I can't like enact the
Oh
shouting
shit!
without waking up the house.
I expected to potentially do like the first 2 cases this game today, and we
Wow.
did half of one.
Hell
So
yeah!
that shows how off like my memory was.
Alright.
The first 3 cases of this game were all like relatively short, but like emphasis on relatively, clearly. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close stream up.
Alright, I'm gonna
And-
go now.
Yeah, go to bed.
Alright. See ya.
Good night.
See ya.
See ya.
And later stream.